So actually right now we're in this large conference room where many of the key speakers will be up on that stage tomorrow speaking about things that they deem important, super important for conservatives to keep in mind over the next few years. One of the biggest topics to be discussed is going to be big tech censorship as well as First Amendment rights. And we know right now with how technological our world has become, this is how people communicate, is through technology. So a big focus is going to be on big tech censorship and the freedom of speech that has been stifled by all the censorship here. And many conservatives here tell us that they are very passionate about, getting this, really surpassing and overcoming this big tech censorship because they say they feel silenced.
The mainstream conservative is now being banned.
They're calling me a domestic terrorist because I just had the nerve of showing up on January 6th. All I did was show up.
It's when people's voices are stifled and we're censored. Americans are censored. That's when they say, wait a second. And then even moderate people who might disagree start to look and say, you know, I don't agree with Dave, but he has a right to speak. And it becomes actually a whiplash effect. And people say, I think we've gone too far.
Is this a catalyst when they ban hundreds, tens of thousands of people? Absolutely. So you have companies like CloutHub. There are other alt-tech platforms, or what I like to call as free speech and truth speech, or truth tech, truth media. You're one of them.
Essentially breaking away from the chains of an individual corporation kind of controlling that.
Like I said, it's going to open up, I think, a lot of doors for entrepreneurs to kind of jump in there and fill that void that's been created by big tech.
So they're really going to kick off tomorrow headstrong, just talking about this freedom of speech and the censorship that's come from all this big tech censorship. And one of the biggest speakers here talking about that at 10 a.m. tomorrow will be Ted Cruz. So he's one of the first DC speakers that's going to be here talking about that. Some people may be interested. So in the coming days, we're going to have a couple of panels about how China and Russia have actually played a role in this big tech censorship. So these are just some of the topics, just a fraction of the topics that we expect to see over the next couple of days. Steph?
Yeah, that's good to know, Melina. A lot of important topics to be discussed this week. We know later this weekend, Trump will make his first public appearance there since the election. Any ideas on what he might speak about?
Yeah, Steph. So actually nothing officially has been stated so far, but we do know that another huge topic here at CPAC will be the election integrity. And we know that Trump is most likely going to speak about election integrity here. And I'm sure that some of these conservatives here are going to be expecting him to speak about his role in the GOP, because we know many have deemed him as the lead and the head of the Republican Party. So I'm sure many are going to be looking to see what he's going to say about his plans on how he's going to help really turn over the seats there in the House and get those seats back there in Congress.